Hi, I'm Coach Blaine. I'm one of the owners at Actualize, and let's talk supplements. So I'm going to start with two maxims. The first you might have heard before, and it goes like this. You cannot outwork poor nutrition. And the idea is that you can have the best training programming on the planet, which I feel like we have here at Actualize, and you can show up into that training session and give your best effort, but if you are not making better choices more often in alignment with the nutrition that is going to best support your goals, you can end up spinning your wheels or even go backwards because your nutrition is not supporting your goals. You cannot outwork poor nutrition. Similar to this maxim is you cannot out-supplement your way to the goals and progress you desire. So many folks look to supplements as a magic pill of sorts, when in reality, if you are not practicing those supportive nutrition principles that are in alignment with your goals, I don't care how effective the supplements you are taking are, they will not provide you that benefit that you are looking for. This shared, supplements can be a very valuable addition to optimal nutrition. I've selected a few foundational supplements that we believe in at Actualize. Quick disclaimer is that supplements are a multi-billion-dollar industry with very little oversight, meaning most of the supplements on the market are very poor quality. The ingredients are not easily absorbed and utilized and are often filled with fillers that make the nutrient profiles look more favorable or add shelf life. So rest assured at Actualize, we only select products of the highest integrity and value. Let's first start with protein. Protein is absolutely essential in supporting your strength training endeavors. And I would say that it is typically the number one lowest hanging fruit most people need to align with to get better results. And what I mean by that is that when you choose to start strength training, you are creating stress. And what you're hoping to have happen is, as a result of that stress, an adaptation is going to occur as a result of optimal nutrition and restoration and recovery. Things like adding lean muscle mass, increasing strength, performance, and workload capacity or fitness. Now, if you do not eat enough protein to support your goals, you can spin your wheels or, at worst, lose muscle, which would be very bad. So what we know from clinical research is that for most people, they need 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight, up to as high as 1.25 grams. This can be challenging for people who are new to strength training and haven't caught the revelation of the importance of protein. Protein can be a wonderful supplement to come alongside your nutrition as an insurance card to ensure you are getting an adequate amount of protein to support your goals. For example, I'm 200 pounds. I have found that typically 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight serves me very well. There are times when eating another 8 ounces of chicken sounds like too much for me, whereas a few scoops of protein with some water that I can easily chug down can help me get to my daily intake that is supportive of my goals. The two protein supplements that we suggest are Level 1 or Formula 1. Level 1 is a great any time of the day protein, whether that's your breakfast shake or before and after training. This is a milk-based whey protein that tastes great and very easily absorbed and digested. If you want to get a little bit more nerdy and intentional about your protein, Formula 1 is also a form of whey protein, but it is called an isolate. And what that is just a fancy word for saying is that this form of protein enters your bloodstream immediately. So this is best paired right before or after training to add that protein and particularly that steady source of amino acids in your bloodstream during your training and when you're recovering. The next two products I would call insurance cards for optimal health. For most of us, even if we eat whole, clean, single ingredient foods in alignment with our goals, many of us still struggle to get the levels of essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that we need to thrive as a healthy human. So AG1, or also known as Athletic Greens, is a whole food sourced greens product that is going to provide you those essential vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, as well as pre and probiotics to really benefit your gut health, which is going to help you to optimize your ability to absorb and utilize the nutrients that you're consuming. Microfactor is more of a standard multivitamin and mineral that comes in a once daily pack taken with breakfast in vitamin form. You're going to get all the same benefits as AG1 in that it provides those essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, and those pre and probiotics for gut health, but it also includes essential fatty acids, particularly fish oil, which are going to help with things like eye health, cardiovascular, and mental cognitive health, and reduces inflammation. Moving on to creatine, one of my favorite supplements and the most researched, safest supplements on the planet. This is a wonderful product if you're looking for performance enhancement, recovery, cardiovascular, and cognitive benefits. We have this thing called our ATP energy system that affects all of the systems and processes regarding energy throughout our body. But if we apply this ATP energy system to training, this is what is happening as you train. Think about that time when you have sprinted hard in one direction as fast as you can and when you hit a wall, or when you've done a number of push-ups and you hit that wall and you can no longer go any further. That is what is called your anaerobic threshold. Now, ATP is the energy system that is allowing you to push up to that threshold, but then when we hit that line of demarcation and we can't go any further, that ATP energy system has shut down. By supplementing with creatine, this enables us to push a little bit further into that anaerobic threshold, therefore increasing our workload capacity, whether that's running a little bit further in that sprint or getting an extra rep or two in those push-ups. So now if you think about the multiplicative effect over time of pushing further into your workload capacity, and then as we recover and restore through rest and optimal nutrition, the adaptation becomes increased fitness, strength, muscle volume, and performance. And the latest in clinical research is now suggesting that the benefits of creatine also are creating opportunities for increased cardiovascular health and cognitive brain function. The last supplement here is what's called Full Omega, and this is omega fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA from fish oil, which have been linked to reducing inflammation, optimizing eye health, cognitive brain function, and cardiovascular disease. Thanks for your time learning about supplements. We carry a whole bunch of other supplements at Actualize. I encourage you to talk with your assigned coach about which supplements are going to best support your nutrition to help you to actualize your purposes and potential in health, fitness, and in life.